Let's shake off the morning. Take a nice big deep breath in. Out. Little lateral extension side to side. Inhale on your way up. Exhale on your way down. Take all the time that you need. There's no rush. Let's do one more round. And then switch to a twist. Let the back arm kind of tap you on the back so you're having to bend that elbow. Couple more. All right, and then stop at center. Take a big deep breath in so you kind of quit spinning. And then interlace your fingers behind your head. Keep the chin parallel to the floor as you squeeze the elbows in. Big deep breath in as you open. Exhale. Open. Exhale. And open. And now add some flexion and extension of the spine. So you can tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, really protract the arms, feel the shoulder blades, and then come back more into an extension. Try to bring the hands towards each other and just back and forth a few times. And then one more nice deep breath in. And working a little on balance, a little in the hips. We're going to be very spinal focused today. Shift that weight into the right foot. Lift and circle the leg. Just side to side, bringing the knee to the front first. And then on the next round, bring the knee from the back and around. Yep. One more. Set. And then big deep breath in. And down. All right, we're gonna do the cat-cow and then that perpendicular circle, getting some lateral extension. So this is where if you wanna put down a blanket to pad your knees, you may, it's not necessary. If you're tender in the knees, we'll come to that quadruped position. Toes can be pointed back or tucked under, whatever is most comfortable for you, whatever gives you the most stability. All right, so as you press into your hands, you're going to tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, and round the back towards the ceiling. And then with that inhalation, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. All right, so back and forth between those. You can decide the pace that you go. Find where you're feeling a little bit stiff and really lean into that area. Okay, and the next time you come up into the arched back, the cat position, push that over to the left as you come down to the cat. So now we're going to make that big circle. So you're adding in some lateral extension. Still going through the full cat and cow positions. All right, and then the next time you get to your arched back, the cat, push it over to the right. So just going in the opposite direction. 4. Okay, and then find a neutral position and come up into downward facing dog pose. You can move, bend one knee, straighten the other knee, so walk the dog, if you will. Really working in to the lower leg some. Take your time with it. Anytime that you're ready to come to 2 straight legs, you can come to 2 straight legs. Just be in dog pose for a bit. Couple of nice deep breaths. And then come down, knees wide, feet together. Just come down into any comfortable child's pose position. You can give your arms a little break if you'd like. You had a fair amount of weight in the arms. Circle the wrists if you feel like the wrists need a little love. They've been extended for quite a while. All right, we're gonna work a couple of movements. We're gonna do them here in the middle of the room first, and then we're gonna take them into against the wall in a fashion. So again, if you want padding under your knees, you can have the padding under your knees. Let's do the left knee on the ground and take the right leg out. And you can take it a little wide. It can even be turned out, the toes can be turned out a little bit. So you have plenty of stability here. And then same thing, you decide what feels better in your knee, whether that's toes pointed back or toes curled under. Curled under is gonna give you a little more stability. Just might not be that comfortable in the knee. All right, and then you're gonna reach up with your right arm and come down into a twist. You're twisting to your left. You can use that right arm to press into the knee and take the knee back. You can do what you want with the top arm. All right, it can stay on your hip, it can go in the air, it can go behind your head. All right, and then come up and just switch that. Take the left hand down so you're twisting toward the right leg. Use your fingers or your hand pressing down into the floor to help you create more twist. All right, and then switch. Really try to find that thoracic spinal twist. Switch, so you're going to the right. And switch again. And one more time, twisting towards the right leg. Right, and then come up, let's switch that. Take the left leg forward. All right, same thing. Get a nice big stretch through that left side. Bring that left side down. Nice twist to the right. Press that arm into the knee so you feel that inner groin stretch a bit. And that lets you get more spinal twist. And then come up, right hand down. Twist towards that left leg. Switch. 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 Last one. Right, and then right hand down. Left arm up, nice big twist. Right, and then let's go back to left knee down, right foot out. All right, and we're gonna take essentially the same action. We're just gonna add a little bit of a reach back to the foot. All right, so let's take the left arm up first. And you'll bring that left arm down to the floor. And then when you come up, kind of reach your right hand back, whether it touches your heel or not, just reach that right arm back. All right, and then you can kind of scissor that around, take the right hand down. Take the left arm back to the foot. So come up, left hand back to the foot. All right, and then you'll just scissor that around. Left hand down. Come back up, take the right hand to the foot. All right, so you're getting the idea. You can just move through that. A few times, just move through that where you're taking the hand to the floor and then to the heel. Okay, and then once you've gotten your right hand down again, touch with the left hand and come back. We'll switch. Left foot forward. All right. So we'll start with the right hand going down. All right, so take that right arm down and touch. If you want to do elbow, you can do elbow. And just kind of take the elbow back. That's ultimately what we're going to do. Bring the hand back to touch the heel. All right, and then you'll switch. Left hand down to the floor and then up. Right hand back to the heel. And then you'll switch. So you don't have to hold these. Just move through them. And the hand doesn't have to touch the heel. All right, just reach back in that direction. Touch it, great. But it's just there to say, move your hand in that direction. Doesn't have to touch. All right, push your tailbone forward as you do that reach back, the Ustrasana. All right, and then we'll end when the right hand touches the floor again. Reach back to that left heel and then stop there. Let's take a dog pose. If you're still feeling stiffer in those lower legs, you can walk the dog still, or if your knees just need some movement. All right, back to the quadruped position. We did this bird dog work a few weeks ago where we were less focused on the lifting of the arm and the leg and more on the lengthening of the spine. We're going to start with that here. All right, so on hands and knees, remember as you take your arm forward, you're not just throwing it out there. I want you to slide it along the floor as long as you can and then lift it. So you feel there's lengthening here. And then the opposite leg will be the same thing. You're going to slide it as long as you can along the floor and then lift it. All right? So it's opposite hand, opposite foot. So let's start with the left hand and the right leg. All right? Brace at your abdomen a little bit. Draw that navel in and keep that nice neutral spine. As you reach your left arm, slide it along the floor, right toes along the floor, and then lift. Bring them back down to the floor and slide them back into place. All right? Other side. Reach with the right, reach with the left. Find that length in the spine. And then as you come down, come straight down Slide them back into place. All right, first set. Reach, lift, lower, and return. Reach, you're really trying to find length in your spine. Right, your face can just look down towards the floor. Side to side, you go at your pace. Concentrate also on lifting from the inner thigh. So you're keeping your pelvis parallel to the floor. All right, and we'll do one more round. So both sides, left hand and then right hand. All right, and then you can come back and rest in child's pose. Anything that's comfortable with your arms, just take them out. Right, and then come up. Now you can move your mat to the wall if you want to, but you don't really need the mat. I'm just gonna move my blanket closer to the wall. So I have the padding for my knees. Maybe right up against a wall. And we're gonna do the, let's see. The left leg will be down and the right leg will be up. And you want to be so that it's not the hip that's going to touch the wall, it's your shoulder. All right, so when I look down, my knees probably 6 inches from the wall, my hip is off the wall, but with my arm down like this, I have my left shoulder on the wall. And we're just going to repeat that same twisting that we did. We'll put the hands behind the head. All right, so you're gonna have to do that twisting without hitting the wall. All right, so I'm just gonna bring my left elbow down to my right knee, and then my right elbow back towards my right foot. Then I'm gonna twist that. Right elbow to right knee, left elbow to left heel, and then twist it. All right, so you're just kind of constantly moving. Don't worry too much about form. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Play with it a little bit. Can you find a good movement with the elbows? Can you keep the elbows wide as you go? Oops, heel. Work on your stability. Try not to fall into the wall. Easier said than done sometimes. Okay, let's do one more round. So it starts with the opposite elbow to knee and ends with the right elbow to knee. Elbow to foot and a back round. Little dog pose maybe. It kind of works everything, doesn't it? Just putting it next to the wall, you feel like you have worked more in the legs. Right. Hands and feet towards each other. Let's turn it around. So the right knee will be down. Again, you want the shoulder to touch, but there'll be some distance between your heel, your knee, and the wall. All right, hands behind the head. All right, and take that right elbow to the left knee. Coming up, left elbow to right heel, and then you'll turn it. Same elbow to same knee, right elbow to right heel, and then you turn it. Side's harder for me. All right, and keep going. Finish with right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right heel, and then same side to same side. All right, dog pose. All right, and then we're gonna stay on this same side with the right side to the wall, but you're gonna need a block. So grab a block. If you have foam blocks, you can probably just use the block, but if you only got wooden blocks, you'll probably want a blanket on top of that block. So I'm gonna put a little blanket. You also need to kind of play around with the height under the knee that gives you stability, right? So if you have a longer foot, you may need to add some blanket under the knee just to have the shin parallel. All right, so I'm gonna bend down and I'm gonna place this left knee and a little bit of my shin onto the block. Toes will be curled under for this. And then the right leg is gonna be forward. Right, and we're gonna do kind of that same bird dog. We're gonna work the hip flexor a little bit more here. So right hand will be on the wall. You can move yourself closer or farther from the wall because you're just there for stability, all right? So I'm gonna lift that right leg as high as I can lift it. And then as I reach forward with my left arm, I'm gonna take the right leg back. Right, and you see how I want to turn towards that right arm? You want this to be very Virabhadrasana 3. All right, and that hand being on the wall, if it helps you to bring it a little bit forward, you can bring it a little bit forward, because you're definitely going to have to fight the temptation to turn towards that hand. It just is more work for you. All right, so brace the toes down onto the floor. You're going to want to grip at your buttocks, right? Lift your chest tall. You want to actually not be doing anything other than moving at the hips, all right? So lift that right leg up as high as it'll go. Use those hip flexors, all right? And then as you reach forward with your left arm, lean forward, take that right leg back. Really think about keeping the pelvis level and then come back. Lifting that knee as high as you can lift it. It feels right to me to take my arm back because my leg came forward. All right. Same thing. So you're just gonna, like a little teeter totter. Don't let that right foot touch the floor. Lifting, woo, on the edge of my block. Lifting from that inner thigh. It's the first time that's happened to me. Okay. Think of turning the abdomen towards that left side. and lifting from that inner right thigh. Okay, one more. Make it a good one. And then when you finish, we'll just stand up because we have to turn around. So you can just stand with the legs straight a little bit, maybe pulse the knees if you need to. And we'll try that on the other side. All right, right knee down, left leg is forward. Don't be on the edge of your block. Toes are under. All right, that left hand is there for support, and bringing it forward might help you with that, being able to turn to your right. All right, so you're gonna lift that left leg high, and then as you bring the right arm forward, take the left leg back, come to that bird dog position, and then come back. Really think of turning the belly to the right, lifting with that inner left leg, lengthening your spine. It's just a lot more work in your glutes and your core to stabilize. Let's do two more. Make the last one a good one. And then plant that left foot, stand up. Gosh, that went fast. All right, take your blanket. You'll use that for your head. Lay down on your back. Go ahead and have both legs straight. So make sure the hips and the shoulders are aligned. Straighten your legs. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest. You're just gonna pull that right shin towards your head. Keep reaching through the left heel. Take the right foot down, straighten. Bring the left knee towards your chest, and then you're moving that left shin bone towards your head as you take the right heel and push it as far away as it'll go. All right, and then bring the right knee up as well. Pull both shin bones towards your head. Let the lower back lengthen. And then place the feet down. Again, check that the shoulders and the hips are aligned. You can stay with the knees bent if you would like, or take the legs straight to Shavasana. Focus on that deeper inhalation, long, slow exhalation. Finding where you're maybe stored a little bit of physical tension during the morning. Direct the breath there and see if you let that tension go. Bend your elbows and place your palms on your torso where you would like, and take another couple of deep breaths. Bend your knees. Let the soles of your feet connect to the ground. And then slowly roll to your side. Press your arms to sit up. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to class, continuing your practice. Slowly raise your head. Slowly open. Have a lovely afternoon.